Okay, so once again, good morning everyone. So for this morning, we will discuss about the set of integers. So again, for this morning, we will discuss about the set of integers, and this is our lesson number 2. Again, our lesson number 1 is all about the basic ideas of sets. So we talk about the sets, we talk about the equal sets, the equivalent sets, the finite sets, the infinite sets, the cardinality of sets, the union of sets, the intersection of sets, and of course, we have the difference of sets. So in those things, those are the mga things na ato na discuss when we are having our discussion in our lesson number 1, which is about the basic ideas of sets. And so last meeting, we discussed about the operations of integers. So we have there the addition of integers. We also have the subtraction of integers. And on our face-to-face meeting this coming Wednesday, we will have our multiplication and division of integers. Yet right now, we will proceed to our lesson number 2, and this is all about the set of integers. So I think, I want all the students to know kung unsa man ang mga numbers that are belong or that belongs to integers. So we will be tackling about the set of integers. So in this lesson, you will be able to represent the absolute value of a number on a number line as a distance of a number from 0. Okay, so we have here integers, and then we also have here negative integer on the left side, and then the right side is all about the positive integers, and we also have there the 0. So again, integers includes the negative integers, the positive integers, and of course the 0. 0 there is our origin, so siya ang center nga naata. Okay, so the set of integers consists of all positive whole numbers, all negative whole numbers, and zero. So again, as what we have said earlier, that kung may na whole numbers, that includes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kung may na set of integers daw, appeal sa set of integers ang mga positive whole numbers, ang mga negative na whole numbers, and of course, appeal si 0. So like for example, this one, I stands for the integers there. So we have there I is equal to negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So those are mga appeal sa set of integers. Now we have there the set of natural numbers. So when we say the set of natural numbers, n, no, if we have big letter n there, that may also called as the set of positive integers. So again, the natural numbers the natural numbers is we can also call that as the set of integers, but ang mga positive ra na integers. Again, that is the set of positive integers or mga integers greater than 0. So kanang mga natural numbers nga naata, we can also call that as mga positive integers or integers that are greater than 0. Now, integers that are greater than 0 are called positive integers. And the set of natural numbers n may also be called as positive integers or integers greater than 0. Integers that are less than 0 are called negative integers. So again, ang mga numbers na less than 0, so pasabot, mga negative na prosedya, we call those things as negative integers. So si 0, no, as what I have said when we were having our face-to-face class, that 0 doesn't have a sign. 0 is neither positive nor negative. So si 0, dili siya positive, dili po siya negative. So 0 doesn't have a sign because 0 is neutral. A positive number can be written with a positive sign. So we have this. This is our positive sign. But it does not have to have or is but it does not need to have a sign. So if walay sign nga nakabutang, that is already considered as a positive number. A negative number must be written with a negative sign. This one. This is our negative sign here. And another way of showing the set of integers is to locate them as points on a number line. So this one here is an example of a number line. So on a horizontal number line, positive integers are on the right. So on the right of 0. So again, ang ato mga positive na mga integers are on the right of 0. Pa-right siya. Diri, gikan diri. These are our positive integers. And negative integers are on the left of 0. So we will start here negative 1 until negative 6 and so on. So these are what we call the negative integers here. The number associated with a point on a number line is the coordinate of the point. So the point on the number line assigned to 0 is called the origin. So again, si 0 ang tawag sa ija is, we call that as si origin. So again, ang mga numbers that are on the right side of 0, we call that a positive integers. But ang mga numbers na nasa left side ni 0, we call that as our negative integers. Numbers that are of the same distance from 0 to origin but on opposite sides of 0 are called opposites. So like for example, si 3 here and si negative 3 here are, so si 3, kung mayroon na distance ang kaladyoon sa number gikan sa 0 padulong sa 3. So if we will count pilang kaladyoon sa 3, so 1, 2, 3. So there are 3, no, ang kaladyoon gikan sa origin ni positive 3 ug ni negative 3. How about si negative 3? Pila man ang kaladyoon ni gikan sa 0? 1, 2, and 3. So that means na 3 ang distance ni negative 3 og ni 3 from 0 or from the origin. So again, we call them opposite. If they do have the same distance coming from 0, we call them opposite. Okay, what is the opposite of 4? That is negative 4. How about the opposite of 5? How about the opposite of negative 6? Uy, the opposite of negative 6 is positive 6. Okay. So let's proceed. So we have here again, no? This 2 here, the opposite of 2 is negative 2. So again, the opposite of a number negative 9 is written 9. The opposite of number n is written negative n. So integers can be used to describe situations involving temperature, profit or loss, time before or after, a lift of a space shuttle, and elevation of land. In all of these examples, integers are used to count positive and negative units. So we have here this what we call distance. So when we say distance, distance is always a positive value or 0. So again, si distance kay wala tay mga negative sa distance. No, it is always a positive value or 0, but we will never get a negative value for distance. Mathematicians use absolute value to describe distance between 2 points on a number line. The absolute value of an integer is equal to its distance from 0. So the concept of absolute value is important in mathematics that it has its own symbol. The absolute value of x is written. So how do we read this one? This is the absolute value of x. So again, the absolute value of x. So when we have the absolute value of x, we are talking about the distance of a number from its origin. Isa pa nga to origin? 0. So the integer 4 is 4 units from 0. Again, ang si integer nato na 4 kay pila man ka units gikan sa 0. If you will count, gikan sa 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 units from our origin, which is 0. The integer negative 4 is 4 units also from 0. So kung ato bilangon si negative 4, gikan diri padulong sa 0, pila man ang ija distance? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means na si negative 4 has also 4 units from 0. So kung mapansin nato lang, ato distance here are all positive. We have positive 4, we also have positive 4 there. So opposite integers have the same absolute value. So the absolute value of 4 is written this one. This is how do we read this one? That is the absolute value of 4. Again, that is the absolute value of 4. Now we have here the definition. So we have here the definition, no, absolute value. If x is a positive integer or 0, then the absolute value of x is x. So if we have there, the absolute value of x is just equal to x. If ever the x is greater than or equal to or greater than 0. Now, if the absolute value of x is still equal to x, if cx is equal to 0. But if our x is a negative integer, then the absolute value of x is the opposite of x. So we have there the absolute value of x is negative x if x is less than 0. Now, if integers are graphed on a horizontal number line, the number to the right number is the greater number. So we have here again, that the definition, we have here an inequality. Again, so whenever I will say, let's go back to the absolute value. Nakumain ko, what is the absolute value of 4? What is your answer? That is 4. That is the absolute value of negative 4. That is 4. Okay. What is the absolute value of 10? 10. What is the absolute value of negative 10? 10 gihapon. What is the absolute value of negative 5? That is positive 5. What is the absolute value of negative 20? That is 20. What is the absolute value of positive 20? Uy! Positive 20 gihapon. What is the absolute value of 20? That is 20 gihapon. Positive 20. And the absolute value of negative 20, that is 20. Whether positive or negative, absolute sa absolute value, our answer will always be positive. The absolute value of 100 is 100. The absolute value of negative 100 is 100 pa rin. That's positive. The absolute value of 50 is 50. The absolute value of negative 50 is 50 gihapon. So again, ang answer nato tanan sa absolute value are all positive. Next, we also have here another definition that an inequality is a mathematical statement that contains the symbols greater than, we have here, greater than or equal, less than or equal, or not equal. Kasi tawag ini, this is greater than or equal, less than or equal, or not equal. So we will have to fill in each box here with the less than or greater than or equal. If less than, if kuan. No, so we have letter A, yung sa may ato ibutang dire. 5 is blank to 4. Is 5 blank to 4? Okay, 5 is greater than 4. So kini ang ato ibutang. No? Kung asa ni si Jan nag-atubang ning ijang babot pasabot mao na ang dako. So 5 is greater than 4. How about dire? Sa letter B. Okay, negative 6 is sure mo na less than? Negative 6 is greater than negative 7. Mas dako si negative 6 kaysa kang negative 7. Mas gamay si negative 7 kaysa kang negative 6. Ha, pag nanagaling tayo mga negative, magkadako ang numbers, magkagamay ang value. Okay, so negative 6 is greater than negative 7. Again, negative 6 is greater than negative 7. Sa letter C, what is our letter C? Unsa man, greater than, less than, or equal? Okay, negative 8 is less than. Uy, that's less than 4. Less than sa letter C. Negative 8 is less than to 4. Again, negative 8 is less than to 4. So we have there, use a number line to compare integers. So, since 5 is to the right of 4, so 5, haman dire. Kining mga number dire, mas dako ni si Ja kaysa sa naa dire. So, di ba, naa si 5 o si 4. So, mas dako si 5 kaysa kang 4. Ato ta kang negative 6 o negative 7. Diri si negative 6, samad si negative 7 diri. So, mas dako si negative 6 kaysa kang negative 7. Kisa may mas dako si negative 3 or si negative 4? Negative 3. Kinsa may mas gamay, si negative 5 or si negative 4? Negative 5 ang mas gamay. So sa letter B, negative 6 is greater than to negative 7. So you have there. Okay, and that is just our discussion for this morning. Do you have any question, clarification?